I have dedicated my entire career talking about what it means to be a girl's girl and why we should all be girls' girls, but I have not talked about how dangerous it could be to associate with women that are not girls' girls. And now we have a real life tragic example unfolding in front of our eyes on social media. Yes, I'm talking about Valeria Marquez. For legal reasons, this is all alleged, and I have just compiled things that I found on the internet to speak about this with you. If Valeria had listened to her intuition, she would still be here with us today. But instead, she was convinced by her friend Vivi and her worker Erica to stay in the salon where she ultimately met her demise. I can't be the only one on the internet that feels like she was set up by her friend and her worker. Their attempts to keep her at that salon were so suspicious that I genuinely believe that we should be looking at those people. And this was supposedly one of her best friends, Vivi I mean. And apparently they were in a really big fight. What about? We still don't know. But what we do know is that Valeria and Vivi were in a huge argument and randomly made up out of nowhere. There's also been a lot of talk on the internet about who these women were involved with, if they were involved with people that have power and money and do illegal activities. I think we know what I'm talking about. But for some reason, a lot of people just think that that justifies what happened to her. And I want to say no. How dare you guys assume that she deserved what happened to her because of who she was maybe involved with? Yet you guys glamorize the mob wife, mafia wife aesthetic on TikTok. No. Should you ever associate with people like that? Absolutely not. Where is your empathy? Where is your humanity? No one's life should end that way. We don't know how this investigation is going to unfold. We don't know what other evidence they're going to uncover, but I do want to take this moment to talk to you guys about the importance of picking your friends. I don't know how to break this to you, but you don't get betrayed by enemies because you expect that from them. You get betrayed by friends. Me and my best friend Blair Walnuts, we are girls through and through, but that doesn't mean that we've never fought before. We fought like sisters before. But our intentions for what we want for the other person has always been clear. We want the best for each other. But I have had arguments with people in my life that have come from a place of selfishness or jealousy, and I have learned how to cut those people out of my life faster than they came in. The most important relationships that one can have in their lives are not romantic, they are platonic, because those are truly unconditional forms of love. But even I've had to learn the hard way that those relationships can fail you and hurt you more than the romantic ones can. Every single day I sound more and more like my mom, but not everyone is like you. Not everyone thinks the way that you do. If you have a friend that likes to put you down in public, embarrass you in front of others, that is not your friend. If you have a friend that lets a man get in between your relationship, that is not a friend. If that's how they treat you in public, what are they saying behind your back? And I know how much that rejection hurts, but it's important to think, if you've really done everything right, is it really your fault? Or are they just projecting their own insecurities onto you? Being a girl's girl doesn't mean that you just blindly support women's rights and wrongs. No, it just means that you don't hate women for simply being women. All it means is that you do not allow the male gaze to affect your own personal relationship with women. I'm gonna be waiting to see how this case unfolds, but Jesus, with friends like that, who needs enemies?